Politically, it's a divisive issue. And understand that, I believe in the sanctity of life. I'm pro-life.
Same.
However, politically speaking, it is a death sentence for candidates, especially in swing states. You cannot win.
Before they even start voting. Yep.
Okay.
So that is Sean Hannity admitting that being honest as a right-winger about what you think and what you intend to do when it comes to abortion is a death sentence. And so he is, I guess, being bold for a Republican in admitting that and trying to advise Republicans to back off of their actual positions. Now, that's where I guess the boldness or the self-reflection ends, because theoretically, coming to grips with the fact that a position that you hold and that virtually everyone politically that agrees with you holds is so unpopular that you can't win an election if you hold it, doesn't make you think, well, then maybe we shouldn't do it. Maybe it's wrong in a representative democracy to push positions that people don't agree with, that is so toxic that it will end your career. There's none of that sort of self-reflection. They're still gonna do it, they're just being a little bit more quiet about it. Actually, we have a great example of that from just the last 24 hours. Ron DeSantis, just yesterday, signed into law Florida's 6-week abortion ban. In most cases, a 6-week abortion ban is just outlawing abortion. That's what it is. For the vast majority of people, the 6 number is irrelevant. You can't get an abortion in most situations there. And yet he did it in a closed door thing, just super fast. I mean, he signed it. They sent out a tweet, but that was it. A Republican governor in Florida, a big important state, just criminalized abortion for virtually everyone in all cases. And he is not making a big deal out of it. Because even he gets, the culture warrior himself, Ron DeSantis, gets that this is not popular and people don't actually want this outside of a Republican primary. We're in a weird place in a democracy if you feel the need to keep doing this, understanding that people do not want you to do that. What do you think, Brett?
I appreciate the honesty amid the dishonesty. Is that they're admitting that they're anti-freedom Republicans. They're anti-freedom and they're anti-democracy. They're anti-direct in this scenario with abortion rights. What they're doing is saying, you know what most people want? Even in the reddest of states like Kansas, when we ask them, do you want abortion rights or do you want to lose your freedom? The people of Kansas said, I want my abortion rights and I want my freedom. And if you want an abortion ban, this is something that like the polling also bears out. If you want an abortion ban, reinstate Roe versus Wade. Because Roe versus Wade was an abortion ban. It was an abortion ban past the point of viability, which is what they're asking for. But it also did something else. It preserved freedom for all Americans. They are against freedom. They are against democracy. That makes them kind of evil. I hate to say it, but and the reason I feel comfortable saying it, where they don't feel comfortable saying it, is I know most of America is with me.
Yeah.
But the Roe versus Wade said you have freedom until the child is viable on its own, which is the 3rd trimester. That was what Roe versus Wade. And when you bring that up to Republicans and conservatives, their brains melt that Roe versus Wade was an abortion ban. So they would get their cake and eat it too and not lose elections if they just went back and reinstated Roe versus Wade. They would stop losing these elections.
Can I demonstrate how much of a problem this is going to be, not just in current elections, but going forward? Take a look at this chart of what people think about abortion rights. This is all Americans and then contrasting 18 to 29-year-olds. Again, like people support these rights for any reason, by the way. This is the most, most liberal stance on it. Young Americans are at what, 65% or whatever? It's like less than a quarter of young Americans actually don't agree. Some are uncertain or whatever. That is a big problem going forward. They want to have their fascism and eat it too. They want to do this stuff and then not let you know that this stuff is going on, or at least distract you so much that you're not thinking about it. In the last couple of elections, it doesn't seem to have been working, especially in this last midterm, but they're gonna continue to try to fight in that way.
It sucks that since they invented Turning Point USA, the stance on which is supposed to win all these young people over to conservative thought, They have lost 15 points in this issue. So Charlie Kirk just lost 15 points.
It's accelerating
among young Americans.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.